In the latest developments in the summer of Durant, silence says everything. According to Yahoo's Chris Haynes, Kevin Durant has gone dark. Silence. No one has heard from him. Players, stars around the league have reached out to KD to see what's up, to see what's next, see about potentially joining him at his next home, and they've received nothing back. And today, you additionally have the report the Nets asked the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl-Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards and 4 first-rounders last Thursday before the Timberwolves made the Rudy Gobert trade. And Minnesota said Gobert told the Nets, go home. If you factor these two news items in, I think it's more likely that KD stays in Brooklyn. KD going dark is a reminder to other teams just how odd Durant is. Now, of course, some team obviously is going to take him and wants him because he's a top 15 all-time talent who instantly for this season and for the next 4 years under contract gives you a real chance to win a title. But he goes dark. He goes wild on social media. He's an all-time hooper, as you see on the screen, but he changes his mind about everything else always and often. If the Nets are looking for an all-time package in return for Durant, and they should, this is the kind of behavior that makes it very hesitant to give them one. Could Kevin Durant be trying to get Kyrie a long-term deal, and that's why he's going dark? Hell if I know, but I do know this. The Nets aren't going to sell low on Kevin Durant. They need the likes of Donovan Mitchell plus, or Scotty Barnes plus, or Wiggins and Poole and Kuminga and Weissman from the Warriors, or Brandon Ingram and a Hall from the Pelicans. And none of that equals Kevin Durant. Like these other NBA stars, we're all in the dark, which means the Nets are playing chess. Durant could be coming back. And Brooklyn, if it happens, could be in the championship mix this year. Think about it. With the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns selected the 4th best quarterback. It makes no sense. The Browns had a chance to own the draft and they failed miserably in epic Browns fashion. After another dreadful performance on Monday night, it's clear the Cleveland Browns must move on from Baker Mayfield as their starting quarterback. If Baker Mayfield was available, who wants him? Baker Mayfield, he's better as an actor in commercials than he is playing the position of quarterback. This is so easy, so obvious. Trade Baker Mayfield. He should never take another snap again for the Cleveland Browns. What an epic throwback Thursday right there. And we said it after the NFL draft in 2018. Just horrible. You can't take the 4th best quarterback first overall. And we said it this January, way before the Deshaun Watson deal. Baker Mayfield done in Cleveland. The run in Cleveland tumultuous. It was a disappointment. He rubbed everyone the wrong way with his comments and social media nonsense. And frankly, last 2 years, his bad play. But now in Carolina, after yesterday's trade, Baker Mayfield gets one last chance to prove he can start. With his cantankerous personality and awful ability to divide, Baker Mayfield's not the kind of cats you want as your backup quarterback. He's not going to be your helpful extra set of eyes. He gets one shot to prove he can still start. And as much as I loved Sam Darnold in the 2018 draft, and I believe New York ruined him, Sam Darnold was terrible in Carolina last year. I like Darnold's talents and ability a lot, but he's never come close to putting it together over his 4-year career. I like Darnold's act more than Baker's. But being fair, you look at Darnold's, never had the success that Mayfield had in the first couple of years that Baker was in the NFL. So Matt Rhule cannot fake this year. You make the trade for Baker Mayfield for him to start. Matt Rhule has been a failure. He's on the hot seat. He's been terrible. He's botched everything quarterback Rhule has from day one. From Teddy Bridgewater to Darnold to the corpse of Cam Newton to P.J. Walker to passing and missing on quarterbacks in the draft and free agency. Please, I beg you, do not mess with quarterback competition. It's the first week of July. Sam Darnold has a rapport with these weapons. He's been in the program all offseason. He has a leg up mentally when it comes to the playbook and when it comes to chemistry, compare and contrast to Baker Mayfield. This team cannot function with Sam Darnold. Rhule hates him. Sam Darnold was terrible last year. None of this split the reps with the first team nonsense in Carolina who let the best quarterback win. Baker Mayfield needs every single rep with the first team, with Christian McCaffrey, with the wide receivers. The defense is solid. We said 8 wins for Carolina. We went through the schedule on Time to Shine yesterday, including that delicious Week 1 matchup over the Cleveland Browns on CBS. But the only way they can win that game, and many others, if the Panthers actually give Baker a chance to be successful. You made the trade. Baker Mayfield is your Hail Mary. Go back to college. Historically, Baker Mayfield is at his best when he's an underdog with a chip. I'm not a Baker Mayfield fan at all. That has been documented forever here on Time to Shine. But this can work in Carolina if you let it. Aaron Judge is ready for Boston. Heck yeah, he is. Aaron Judge is fresh off of bombing his 30th home run of the season last night. A grand slam in grand fashion as the Yankees destroyed the Pirates 16-0. And that feel-good thrashing of the Buccos going into New England's living room gives Judge and the Yankees a pretty awesome jolt. There's nothing like Yankees and Red Sox at Fenway Park, greatest rivalry in sports. Fenway Park is the absolute best when it comes to charm and intensity. And the Yankees and Judge enter as the true evil empire, and it's awesome for the game. The Yankees go into this historic venue playing at a historic clip. Wins on the season, home record, Yankee record for wins. And Judge is the AL MVP and the straw that stirs the drink for the Bronx Bombers. But it's the pitching and the defense that has changed everything for the Yankees this year. And honestly, just so perfect and poetic for Yankees fans like me that my guy Garrett Cole on the mound kicked this one off with a bang. Cole loves the intensity. He's been terrific this year. And when you stop and stare at these pitching matchups, I mean, come on. You see the difference between the Yankees and the Sox. It's the pitching. Then you factor in how amazing the Yankees' pen is, and the Red Sox have the worst bullpen in the league. Boston trails the Yankees by 14 games in the AL East. 14 games. And the Sox have simply been miserable. Look at that. Against the division this year. Brutal, dreadful, pathetic. Yes, the Red Sox will get Chris Sale back at some point soon, and I'm sure they're going to make the playoffs via the wild card. And I'm sure they're going to make a trade or two to help out the bullpen. But this series has the Yankees taking 3 or 4 written all over it, and the Red Sox being 17 games behind the Yankees on Monday morning. Aaron Judge and the Yankees have 4 more games against Boston at home next week before the break. The Yankees can bury Boston in the division before the Midsummer Classic. How sweet is that? A healthy, motivated Zion Williamson makes the Pelicans a real threat in the West. And I thought Zion Williamson was amazing and inspiring at his news conference. Seriously, and I've destroyed Zion for being fat, roly-poly, lazy, out of shape. Last year, didn't play a minute, really has done a poor job taking care of his body. You almost forget how amazing he is. And if you go through NBA history, it's Michael Jordan, Zion Williamson, David Robinson, in terms of top 3 point getters in the first 85 games of a career. Zion Williamson, year 4 of his career, with Brandon Ingram, with CJ McCollum, with guards who can defend, with a coach that I think is tremendous in New Orleans. The only thing worse than paying Zion would be not to pay him and see him live out his career and expectations at another place. So I think it became, and we stressed this earlier in the week, no-brainer to pay Zion Williamson. I still think he's a freak. I still think he's special. It's all about dedication and health in that order. I loved what I heard from Zion Williamson at his news conference yesterday. I think he's going to be terrific this upcoming season. I think the Pelicans are moving on up. Needless to say, Rudy Gobert changes everything for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I will never understand any critique or criticism or hate of this deal. Everything Rudy Gobert just said is spot on. Rudy Gobert is going to play defense, do all the dirty work, rebound the basketball. I can't stress enough how much I love this trade. Minnesota is loaded. Minnesota is going for it. And I think Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, it's a dream team as a 5 and a 4, as a center and a power forward. Because Kent just wants to shoot, and now he can do that. And, Gobert, he's an offensive player in terms of his ability to connect down low and score on layups and dunks. And listen, the defense needs help. And you're getting a Defensive Player of the Year a few times over. I love this deal, love Russell. Anthony Edwards is a bucket getter. I love Tim Connolly, the executive who made this trade. Look at what he did brilliantly for the Denver Nuggets. This, at the end of the day, is going to equal the Minnesota Timberwolves competing for a championship. They have a great opportunity to make the Western Conference Finals, and I think they're going to end up getting a top 4 seed. That's the goal. A top 4 seed, home court in the first round, and I think Gobert changes everything. Oh, unprotected picks. Look, this is awesome for Minnesota. No words is about rights, but CBS pays me to talk, so I better find some. Needless to say, Shohei Ohtani's greatness beyond comprehension, beyond belief. I mean, watching him on the mound, the streak that he is on, over his last 4 starts, the pure filth. I mean, look at that pitch. Look at that. I mean, knee-buckling, mind-numbing, sensational. This guy is a unicorn. He's a freak. 0 earned runs allowed in 4 starts. By the way, he's hitting. By the way, he's stealing bases. By the way, he should absolutely, I know Justin Verlander is the Cy Young. Ohtani should start the All-Star game. I mean, we're talking about 111 Ks on the season. Shohei Ohtani is the most freakish unicorn to ever play in baseball history. Baggins, Babe Ruth. It's showtime.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for more videos.